You're now listening to the number one podcast on the planet. So Fat Chat Podcast. You are now listening to So Fat Chat Podcast.
We want to thank everybody for listening and tuning in, but I have to first say I got to give a moment of silence to my boy Craig Mack, Bad Boy Family. Puff brought him in, and he rhymed on "You Don't Have to Worry" Mary J. Blige remix. That was a record that Puff and I produced, and that was when I very first heard Craig's voice. And then I flipped out when I heard it. I came back to the studio, and I never met him at that time. But Puff said, "Yo, listen to this. I got somebody rapping on it." And I was like, "What? Who?" He played it, and I was like, "Yo, who's that?" He was like, "Yo, I'm about to sign this dude." And that was "You Don't Have to Worry" with Craig Mack. And next thing I know, "Flavor in Your Ear" comes out, and it becomes a number one hit. So that's how fast Puff could turn a song into a hit.
It's definitely a classic too.
Oh, I love Flavor in Your Ear and the remix.
Yeah, Craig's definitely talented, and we went on further on a few years later and recorded some songs that never came out. So I have some unreleased Craig Mack stuff. I'm not going to play tonight, but I have some real hot Craig Mack stuff that only I have. But, you know, shout out to Craig and condolences to his family.
Yep, prayers up.
And everyone else. He was definitely the one that put Bad Boy in the map. Shout out to Bob Brockman, Bassy Bob. He mixed Flavor in Your Ear. He's a Grammy-winning, award-winning mix engineer, producer, also musician. Brockman did a lot of stuff with us in Bad Boy. That's my boy right there. Shout out to Bob Brockman. Yeah, but we're going to talk about Lil Xan. We're going to talk about Meek Mill. We're going to talk about Trump Jr. We're going to talk about Tekashi. We're going to talk about producer Southside. He wants to fight Tory Lanez. Also, we have videos of all this content on the website. And we have the original video when Tory Lanez was trying to fight Travis Scott.
It's unbelievable.
Wow. So the funny thing about it is that everyone wants to do this because this is how they sell records.
Yeah, and they get shares
and they do
likes.
this. Yeah, and then the label loves them because they are trending their metrics. The things we say have an impact in your life, whether it's socially, whether it's economically, or some kind of way. Like when Salt Bae comes and serves you steak like leather. We're gonna let you know that because it's an economical awareness that he's charging you $350 just because he has a meme on Instagram with salt hanging off his elbow.
Didn't his restaurant just get like a 1-star rating?
He got a 0-star.
Yeah.
From eater.com, from everywhere. Look him up in Zagat directory. This guy, he probably has an A rating, but yeah, he has a lot of. I mean, it's all a gimmick.
Yeah, definitely a gimmick. He's overcharging and he's giving you raw food, and it's like it's all just a hype, and people are going over there and they're paying top dollar for this stuff, and it's terrible, and it just continues to roll out bad reviews.
Exactly. And then with him even touching his finger into your steak,
not touching, pressing down
on your steak, you know what I mean, and then bringing out prepared without even asking you how you want your steak, because he knows he's Salt Bae.
Salt Bae. If Salt Bae was a registered offender, I would believe it. He does not get the benefit of the doubt because after he sprinkles the salt and presses it with his hand, and he gives you that look.
Yeah,
he's like,
Yo, touching the meat. Don't touch the meat like that.
Creepy. Salt
you know what I mean?
Creepy.
I was like, wow.
I never heard him say one word. He's just like a Dr. Evil without the suit.
Yeah, he just doesn't say anything. He's kind of creepy.
All right. Anyway,
he's just charismatic. Yeah,
he is.
I think that's what it is. You know what I mean? I think even if it wasn't a steak and it was a fish, maybe the same effect. But
can I just read this from the
Yeah. Read it. It's about Salt Perf.
Listen. He goes. He pressed his bare fingers into our $130 Ottoman steak as he sliced it. He walked away without saying a word, smirking from behind with his bow chicka wow wow shades.
Wow!
Did you see that? Damn, it was awesome. But I pictured all of that. I pictured him walking away and everything. Like
exactly.
Oh yeah.
And you're paying $130 for this food, and
you're gonna tip him.
Oh, it's an 18% tip.
Oh, definitely.
No, they put automatic tip on it.
You don't get a choice.
Something like 25% just for him to come over to your table to sprinkle all this sodium that's gonna give you high blood pressure.
I get it, though, Fat. it's that hip hop is trickling into the food industry. So
hip hop is trickling everywhere. It has been trickling. It's a multi-billion-dollar genre. Yeah. It's the number one genre everywhere.
Yeah, it changes
everything is influenced by hip hop. Now you have the floor. You can tell people what to do, what not to do. You can tell them the right things to do. And like when 21 Savage, he realized and said, I'm not wearing jewelry anymore because I don't want my fans. I want to be a role model for my fans. I don't want them looking at me a certain way. And he's 23 years old, and just overnight, I don't know, maybe it's because of his girl. What's his girl name? Amber Rose now?
He's with Amber Rose?
Yeah, he's been with her.
Wait, tell me.
There's a lot of Cougarish stuff going on right now.
But hey, she knows how to stay trending.
Yeah, she's trending. Yeah.
That's crazy. He's 23.
Wow. But don't put your business out there, and don't put it out there like you're getting with someone that's desirable. No, everyone had her.
Yes.
So why do you want to put it out there like that? And also it just looks crazy. So, you got to keep some things personal.
So you're saying basically like the XXL 2018 freshman class is going to have Cougars besides each guy or something?
I don't know, but it's starting to sound right.
Ooh.
Wow. New money. Yeah. New money that don't know what to do with
Exactly. So I'm just going to leave it like that now. Just look around and just do your own research.
Yeah, I mean, if you're a young athlete and some of you don't even know how to manage your money yet, you're running out to buy a new chain, you know what I mean, or a car that's not really worth what you think it's worth, and then you want to get abroad because they're not real ladies most of the time. They just want you for your money. So you think that you just accumulated some things that are really not worth much.
As a rapper or recording artist or songwriter, you have to have a pretty extensive vocabulary. Most good rappers should. A lot of them, the new ones, really don't.
Yes.
You should be able to out-talk. Well, anyone can out-talk Trump because he misspelled stuff.
Yeah.
What was that? What did he put on Twitter recently?
Yeah, Marine Corps, not corpse. Like,
what?
And this is the commander in chief.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah. So he's worse than the athlete, actually.
I wanted to say something to touch up on your subject, but like a lot of these athletes, being that you said that a lady said that they're dumb and they're easy to get for their money. A guy just recently got killed by 5 people in the news, and it was because he met a girl. I think it was in Florida, and it took her back to his hotel, and she set him up basically.
Wow!
Because he was jeweled out, he had bread, and they killed him, and they got video of all 5 of them, and they're smiling away a storm, and it's a beautiful young lady. So for all you guys, young entrepreneurs, rappers, or successful, athletes, be careful because there's a lot of women out there that'll really kill you.
Yeah.
Yep.
No, the setup is the biggest thing. That's what you got to look out more for than just dudes. You got to look out for the girl that's talking it so good, just to get you where she wants you, and then the next thing you know, somebody's gonna bum rush the door.
Yeah,
but
she's
this guy was a
conveniently
big guy.
there.
He was a very big guy. He was a stocky guy. Had a nice piece.
Yeah, it doesn't matter how big you are because if they came in with guns and it's like 4 deep, it's like if you got the money, just give it up and you just buy a new one tomorrow.
Yep, and it's deeper than that with these girls. Some of the mothers have actually been training them and coaching them as young girls, and they actually pay for seats in certain locations and the for the NBA seats, the NFL seats, to make sure that their daughters are placed in the appropriate positions to be viewed strategically, and they're just basically gold diggers that are just sat there, and if maybe they need to pay more attention to who is conveniently placed, and it just seems to be the same women.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's crazy because they're almost like madams, like trying to
madams.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? But we're gonna take a short break and we're gonna come right back with the show.
3, 2, 1. So Fat Chat Podcast presents.
Everyone knows that Lil Xan got chased out of Del Taco by Tupac fans.
Wow.
But why did he get chased out of Del Taco? Because he talked a lot of stuff about Tupac.
Shouldn't have done
He
that.
didn't really talk derogatory stuff, but it was his personal opinion saying that he don't like Tupac because Tupac is boring and a whole bunch of stuff. He can't relate to Tupac. But there were a lot of Tupac fans that cornered him in Del Taco. He had to run out of there, actually run, and he had to go somewhere, and the cops had to escort him to wherever he had to go.
Did he get any tacos though?
I don't know. Do you guys have any more information on that?
He's running his mouth. He's talking about Tupac is boring, and when you go around talking about pioneers and legends like that, you got to take whatever comes with it. And if you're gonna talk like that, you better be sure that you can back it up.
Yo, the funny thing is Michael Rappaport when he did this. Listen to this.
Non-rapping rapper named Lil Xan, Lil Xanax, some pill popping motherfucker, face tattooed cornball, no skill, no talent motherfucker said that Tupac's music wasn't interesting.
Wow.
Little bucktooth, rabbit face looking motherfucker. You need to apologize, all right? And you don't need to apologize to Tupac or Tupac's fans. You need to apologize to whoever the raised you or who didn't raise you for raising you to be a dumb funny face Tom and Jerry looking motherfucker. You don't get to speak on anything that has to do with hip hop or rap music. All right, and while you're at it, while you got a few bucks in your pocket, you need to sue your tattoo artist for putting that motherfucker scribble scrabble across your grill.
Wow.
Talk about Mack.
Yo, so he keeps it real. One of the things about it, he kept it real, and probably Lil Xan saw that if he was sober, he probably would have cried.
Wow.
Well, you know what? I'm gonna actually have to take Lil Xan's side on this.
What?
You know why?
Why?
Because if he's not a fan of someone, like you know who I don't like Yachty. Okay. Everyone knows that Tony Dofat does not like Lil Yachty. Not personally, I hate his music. I hate his voice. I hate how he walks and moves. I hate everything about him.
Wow.
I don't know him as a person, so that's what I'm saying. So, so I can't be wrong for not liking him, right?
No, not really.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. So you can't be mad at Lil Xan for not liking Tupac.
Yeah.
So if a whole bunch of Lil Yachty fans are corner me and say, you don't like Lil Yachty, you don't like I'm not in the wrong.
But if he was a producer and he came at you and said that you suck and you did this, that, and the third, and what did you contribute? And you'd probably have
Nah, I wouldn't be mad. I don't get mad at stuff like that no more because I'm at a certain age, first of all. And second, my history and what I've done, I helped change black music. The only way you could change history is if you lie about it. Mm-hmm. And it's documented everywhere, so no one can really lie, or no one can lie and say that I didn't do this or didn't do that. It's out there. And that's how a lot of other people should look at it too. They
I guess you're right. Everybody should be entitled to their opinion without having to get their whooped.
Yeah, I think the kid is entitled to his opinion. The thing is, you got to watch what you say about people like that are legends. Wow. You know what I mean? Because Pac, come on, a lot of people consider him in the top 5 of their rappers of all time. Yes. So you got to tread lightly when you say something about Pac. And being the way that things are, this happened in his hometown. So now he's going to have to look over his shoulder all the time. Mm-hmm. And the thing is, people, you are allowed to have your own opinion, but you also got to be careful, especially if you ain't got skills like Pac. You know what I mean? You don't even understand. Maybe he hasn't done enough of his hip-hop history to understand what he was even talking about.
Yep.
Oh, man. I'm curious to think about what he thinks about Big.
Pac is not boring, man. That's my opinion.
Yeah, Pac, Pac is boring. It's probably boring to him like a dictionary is boring to him. When you think about it, dictionaries, put a dictionary in the bathroom, and every day you're going to learn a new word. Yep. Trust me, it's so exciting to read because you can just flip to any page, and I'm quite sure there's a word on there that you don't know.
That's if they're awake.
You read it, and you learn it. And then you move on. Since we're talking about celebs and stuff, Meek Mill, Meek Mill's doing this court battle and everything. He's still locked up. But I heard his legal bill has exceeded $30 million. $30
million.
That's 15 people's career.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Man.
Like what's going on with this?
2 to 4 years he's in jail.
Yeah, how can you get a legal bill for $30 million? Like that's crazy.
That's several years worth of
Yeah, if we go history. The history of his court appearances and everything and all of his research and legal stuff. Oh,
it says he's actually coughed up an estimated $30 million in legal fees since the beginning of his history with the Philadelphia justice system. That's just crazy. So $30 million.
City's milking them.
Wow.
They don't like to see a young man, doing good, and when they see you doing good, if you get in a little, problems, they want to milk it from you. They want to take all your money.
Yep. So the next thing I want to talk about is kind of politics, but not really. But I'm going to put this on the celebrity news because this guy's now a celebrity and not a politician. But we're going to talk about Donald Trump Jr. He is not a politician. He is a celebrity, but he is definitely getting divorced from wife Vanessa.
I mean, is that really like?
I don't know the detail on it. I just know, and I know people. I know the sources that are very accurate.
They said that she filed for divorce. Now, there's been rumblings. You know, there was an alleged affair from him years ago.
Yeah.
But also the anthrax scare to his house. So they have 5 children. Maybe she's like, I'm wealthy, you're wealthy, I already had money before I met you, I didn't sign up for this. You know what I mean? This is just a little bit too much. It's a safety factor. And if he's already really stepping out on her, come on.
Nah, she knows he's about to get taxed for all his money.
Yeah.
She knows that.
You know, the funny thing about
it's good.
My gut was she was filing for divorce way before, but they didn't want to make a big media scare.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And they kept it hush, and now she can't take it anymore.
And plus,
and yeah,
the feds are coming.
I don't think that she agrees with everything that he agrees on, and same with his family.
Yeah.
I think they were just fine how they were. Mm-hmm. And a lot of things came out after his father started running for office.
Exactly.
And then his true colors came out.
Yeah, and he introduced them.
Well,
you know, his
because
father.
You know what? Keep it real. She seems like the type of person that like black guys.
Oh man! Whoa.
White today doesn't.
And
You know what I'm saying?
You know, she probably confessed and said, "Hey, I got drunk one night, and
yeah, she's like, I'm not worried about Aubrey.
Yeah, then
you can have your Aubrey. If I can have my Darnell, my Trayvon.
She's yeah. I don't really know too much about her or him. I tried not to pay too much attention to the Trump dynasty.
Did you guys hear about when Tekashi was in Houston trying to get into a club?
Yeah.
Not even to a club, but it was J Prince Junior party.
No. J Prince.
And you know, Rap-A-Lot runs Houston.
Yes.
Wow. Rap-A-Lot runs it, and he talked a lot of stuff, and he tried to get in. He got denied at the door. The video is live. If you guys want to see the video, or if you guys want to hear the video, we have the video on our website actually, and I can play a little bit of the video, which is funny. And he's trying to get in, and they're like, "Nah, you can't come in."
You shook, but he's talking all that craziness, and it's like, you know, you're gonna talk. You see, there's a lot of people. There's a lot of stuff that was going on the internet as well. You know, on Facebook and on Instagram, where people were saying, you know, why is everybody picking on this 21-year-old kid? Or why is everybody worried about what he's saying? Or why is everybody hating? And you know what? No, he's going out there, he's talking crazy, he's representing a gang, first off, you know what I mean? And we already know how that goes. So all that feeling bad for him and treating him like he's a little puppy or something, nah. If he's going to go out there talking crazy and he's got G's behind him, whatever comes with that territory comes with the territory. If you're going to talk about legends that run Texas, you know what I'm saying, and you don't pay respect, you know.
So Fat Chat Podcast.
Talk a lot, nigga, but won't even show up to their own show. You don't want your back end. You don't want your back end. Put some bars. You don't want your back end. I know.
Yeah, they out there looking for him right now. Yo,
They're like, where they at though?
If I was him, I would just, you know,
they don't play.
Take it light. Take it light.
Somebody need to talk to that young man. Who's guiding him? Who's in his corner?
Maybe his hair dyeing person.
You know, but the funny thing now this hip hop stuff, you have to stay relevant. Now it's going into the R&B stuff, and Nicki Minaj did a feature with Tory Lanez, but then later told him to remove it because Tory called her and made a suggestion about the song, and she had an attitude and just said, "Take me off." The song is called Shooters.
Wow.
Yeah. So he was confused about it, and he was like, trying to find out what's going on. And it was, I can't explain. I don't know.
That's crazy.
Wow. Seriously though, like completely removed. That was work that was put in. And the thing is, if you're doing a song together, sometimes it's back and forth. You know, people just contributing opinions. It doesn't mean that somebody's horrible. It's just a suggestion. But then, you know what I mean? Take me completely off. So.
It's weird. I mean, I've been through stuff like that before. Yeah. I mean, with people that I was close to, and the label stepped in and had something to do with it. But this is totally personal between Tory and Nicki, I believe. What do you guys think about DJ Envy?
So Fat Chat Podcast.
Here it goes.
You know DJ Envy. Check it out. What? I don't know. You know them DJ Envy checks though. That's a little disrespectful, brother.
That was a joke, Envy.
I don't
For
play
real?
that joke when you talk about my wife.
All right, I apologize then.
You see what I'm saying? You can talk about me all day. You can make
All right.
jokes of me, but when it comes about my wife and my family, it's a little disrespectful.
Envy would never do another joke
And you
about
should
you.
know that because you got kids and a wife.
No, I feel you. I hear that. But you know what I'm saying? At the end of the
But
day,
there is no but.
No, there has to be.
There is
a
no
but.
but when it comes to wife and kids. There is no but.
But
You can
look,
talk about me all you want, make fun of me all you want, but when it's wife and kids, there is no.
Boo hoo hoo. Boo hoo hoo. And then that's part 2.
He's like, there goes my baby.
And then we have part 2.
Oh, here we go again. 3 years late. All right, but it's you. You dig your own grave.
I didn't do it.
It's your own grave. Every day you dig your own grave.
Wow.
Look at Charlemagne though. Charlemagne clowns and look.
Wow, Charlemagne.
I mean, not for nothing. No, we doing a 5-city tour. So I mean, be sure to check that out. We got Brooklyn, Bronx, Queens, Manhattan, Staten
We'll
Island.
get to that. Hold on. Please put the camera on Envy's chair right now.
Here we go again.
All right, so cool. We have to talk about that for a second. DJ Envy walks off set because someone said, I don't have to mention a name because it could be anybody. Yeah. But you know the Breakfast Club is known for being messy and talking about people. Even if DJ Envy doesn't do it, his partner does it, or Angelique does it, or whatever. But just when you think of the Breakfast Club, people are hesitant about going there because it's a little messy. It's almost like going to Winnie Williams' show.
Yeah.
Be like, oh, it's a little messy.
It is.
All right, cool. So now someone else from another show that's comparable to their show, very similar, said something about Envy and his wife, and it was very small. It wasn't even major. It was a little joke. And then they go there to the Breakfast Club as guests, and DJ Envy confronts one of the hosts that said a joke about him, he and his wife, and he took it very serious, and then he walked off set. And I'm like, and a lot of people said, you know, he's very sensitive. Why did he do that? It comes with a job. And then some people said, oh yeah, you shouldn't talk about someone's wife and kids. But I'm looking at it like this. He's DJ Envy, right? He signed up for that. When you sign up to do that, to be televised, to be a celebrity, to be in the light, that stuff is in fine print. So it comes with the job.
Yep.
So you cannot want to be the president, almost like Trump. You can't want to be the president and have no one talk negative about you. That's impossible and will never happen, especially since we have social media. So I think that's one of the things with DJ Envy, since he's DJ Envy in this position, he should have just let it go and say, oh, you joked about me. He should have not even just mentioned, he should have just kept quiet.
Word.
Because it doesn't make sense, because like you're in a position for people to talk about you.
Yeah, it's kind of, it doesn't make a lot of sense. I think personally, hey, you check the guy for talking about your woman and your relationship, but that's about it. You checked him live on the show.
No,
you didn't have to get up and walk out. You know what I mean? You made your point known. You could have clapped back by clowning them.
I think he shouldn't have walked off his own show.
No.
I mean, I don't know. It's a touchy subject when you talk about kids or a wife and stuff, but
it's unacceptable.
She just talked about the wife saying, oh, you know, she with you for the check. People said that about me. People said that about everyone. They said about Cassie. Oh, you're with them. No one cares. It's like, that's your opinion,
that was some
light
stuff. I wouldn't have walked off, you know what I'm saying?
He walked off and he was all sensitive. People were like, yo, you got to read the comments. People said, oh, he's in his car crying right now.
No.
Because it's like, how you gonna fake check him? That's like fake check him. You're gonna bring it up. You're gonna get all loud about it.
Riled up and then walk away.
That's like walking to somebody's house, picking a fight, and then being like, you know what,
so
whatever.
We're gonna give him the donkey of the day.
Wow.
Yeah, he gets the donkey of the day.
Yeah, sorry.
You know, I can appreciate him though, sticking up for his lady, but just you don't have to walk away. You should have not walked away.
He didn't do it effectively.
Stand up.
He didn't do it effectively. Just don't even say anything.
You know what? He was just trying to just take up some airtime, I think.
You think so? Wow.
One of the things that came that I laughed at was the BMW computer malfunction, and it made the car just drive.
Wow.
And not stop or anything.
Really?
Wow.
And now that cars are self-driven and everything, people can hack cars.
Yes, I heard about that.
Is insane.
But I mean,
it's not as scary as giving teachers guns.
No,
because
it
you got to
is
think
scary.
about how many firearm accidents happened last week.
Yeah.
How Teacher shooting people by accident. Mm-hmm. So imagine the meanest teacher that you have, the teacher that used to like throw erasers and paper at you and stuff like that. Imagine if she or he had a gun.
Yep.
Yes.
So
and, you know, teachers are also low-key KKK supporters, so you never know.
Another funny thing that I read too was some girl posted a sign online saying sex for free at such and such hotel and stuff like that.
Oh, she's crazy.
There were lines. I heard the whole lobby was filled up. Yeah. So if anyone sees sex for free, you know, a guy.
Yeah, but like guys really lined up for this, like.
Yeah, really.
And it's crazy, but realistically, if you can get anybody, shouldn't it already be for free? Technically,
it always is.
You know what I mean? So these guys are lining up. Well, you know, I guess because it's just free and they could just have it, I guess, at a room and under, you know, disclose. Maybe it's just adventure. I don't know.
These guys are losers.
Yeah, and like anybody got on camera, caught on camera with that. This is horrible.
So a Chinese blogger has been arrested after offering free sex on social media, causing thousands of people to swarm to her hotel. It's unbelievable. Crowds of men reportedly responded to the ad and flocked to the Hilton Hotel in Sanya City in China's Hainan province. The woman, identified as a 19-year-old Miss Yi Muyi, posted the offer on Weibo and WeChat with her room number attached, writing, "Somebody come get me, sex for free, 6316. Muyi was arrested the next day on suspicion of advertising prostitution. But
3,000 guys showed up.
Yeah,
3,000.
Yeah, I know. So imagine running an establishment. You seeing 3,000 guys in a lobby. Some of them got hard hats on.
Oh my god!
Some of them in the corner. You know what I'm saying?
Some are drinking sake.
One of them could be Jack the Ripper. She's crazy.
Oh my god!
You know what I'm saying? They're like, yeah, I'm gonna do it. You gotta do it right.
Yo,
wow.
But no bull, like for real, like women get killed like this, doing stupid stunts like this.
Wake up with one kidney.
Yeah,
especially over
in a
there.
bathtub full of ice.
Especially over there, she's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I bet you a lot of those guys weren't even single.
Oh, absolutely not. But like you said, whoever got on there, because you know how people are live feeds. I wish I could see a live feed of the 3,000 people that were in the line.
Oh man, they don't.
Yeah,
like Black Friday for some sex.
I bet you if we search the internet, we'll find it.
Wow.
Speaking of that, it has nothing to do with that, but that made me just remember a dog. A dog died in an airplane recently.
Really?
A stewardess told one of the passengers to put a dog that was in a carrier.
Oh yeah.
Put the dog in the overhead bin.
What in the?
All right. So the passenger put the dog in the overhead bin.
What?
And the dog was barking. And everyone thought the dog was just barking because it was freaking out, but the dog couldn't breathe.
Wow.
And when they landed, the dog was dead.
Unbelievable.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's crazy. And they apologize. But if you look at the statistics, if you look at the stats on the dog dying in the airplane, you know, like over hundreds of dogs die every year on the airplane.
Wow.
Yeah,
but they have to go. Yeah, they have to go in the cartage place. But it's a great number of dogs die every year on the airplane, which is crazy.
Yeah, protect your dogs, man. Protect your dogs. Don't let them put them in those overhead bins ever again.
Yeah, never. I never heard of that.
You know, when they say that, tell them to get in the overhead bin. Tell them see how they like it.
And actually, we have a few things about airlines. We have United Airlines is still in the media again. I don't fly United.
This, unfortunately, is another thing that shows. I wish we didn't have to say it. It says United. It's like it should not be United, because this is a black gentleman that was sitting in his seat and was trying to eat his meal, and this lady in a cramped space decided to take off her shoes and put her foot. If you just see this picture, please look it up. We have the links. Please look it up. Frederick Joseph, the creator of the viral Black Panther Challenge, reportedly had a terrible experience flying with United Airlines on March 13th. According to Joseph, a white woman made his flight less than enjoyable when he attempted to tell her to put your feet away. I'm trying to eat my food, you know? So at first he kind of just gave her the look, but the lady just put her foot up there and the picture is disturbing. So he tries to get assistance. Instead of them assisting him, they actually come and give a voucher to the woman.
Wow.
$1,000. And he said, well, what about my voucher? Well, we only have so many of those vouchers to give away, sir.
This is terrible.
So, I'm sorry. Can you imagine you're trying to eat your meal and somebody puts their foot on the table?
Like right next. I don't want to smell your foot. I don't want to look at it. And I'm eating right now. I was like, any person with common sense would never put their foot up like that.
Yeah. And wait a minute. Let me correct this. She placed both her feet on the table.
Not one, but two.
Yep. Says in Newark, New Jersey on the tweet. Yep. You can check his tweets. Yep.
I just don't understand why they would side with her and not the guy. Was he being too disruptive by making a complaint? I don't get it. Like,
no, he actually waited and they walked by several times. He asked for some assistance. Nope. And then he became irate because that's just ridiculous, because no black person would ever get away with putting their feet up on the table.
I know.
No.
That's gross.
That is, yes, it's
gross like even if I knew the person, their feet were crusty.
Yep.
I'd be like, yo, what are you doing?
Yep. Yep. And then she says, he finally got tired because the staff did nothing. He said, so finally I decided to say something to the woman myself. So I say, ma'am, I'm trying to eat and your feet are next to my food. She says, what do you want me to do? The seats are small.
I would have been like, book first class. It has nothing to do with it.
I'm disrespectful.
Yeah.
The XXL Freshmen? Oh, shit.
Yeah. Name that list. We never went over that, but we got to name that list, and we got to talk about who's on XXL.
Yeah,
and how many songs you know from Double.
Because I know I saw it the other day, and I was just like, I can't believe this.
Yeah, it looked like a bunch. Sorry, you know what? I'm gonna say it looked like a bunch of clowns. But like the thing is, I don't know them. I hope they have some talent, even if it's a few of them. But to me, it just looked like people that I don't know, haven't heard of. Because if they really had a lot of talent, I would have heard of them.
No, I'm not hating, but this is the lineup that we got. We got NBA YoungBoy, Little Skies, Little Pump.
Little Skies.
Yeah.
Wow.
I can't even pronounce this, but I'm gonna try. VBN Namir. T Grizzly, Famous Dex, Trippy Red, your boy Tekashi, Rich the Kid, and Smoke Perp. These guys are the XXL 2018 freshman class.
First thing I have to say about that is, if XXL didn't have their freshman list, they would be bankrupt right now. People don't even give them respect because of their freshman list. And second of all, a lot of people denied being on there. And they asked them, like Younger May and a few other people, they're like, no, I don't want to be on there.
Really?
Yeah, so it's not even like a big, it's not even an accolade to be on there anymore.
Yeah.
And you don't even want to use it, because if you use it, like I was on XXL Freshman, you're promoting them. And it's not doing anything for your career. Because as of a few years ago, anyone that was on XXL Freshman list was deemed whack.
It's really sad, man. 8 out of the 10 of these guys got braids, tats, and red hair.
They all look the same. They all look
like
eating mushrooms or something.
Like somebody pushed them out of a factory line.
It looks like, I don't get it, because back in the days, a lot of these guys were in positions of power. They were A&Rs. Now they're higher up, and these are the guys that are signing these clowns. The guys who were talking about keeping a real bag in the days are signing these clowns.
It's a shame. You know what? I'd like to talk about a couple things. Chris Brown came out with a video. Oh, goodness. And I'm trying to get the guy's name right. I loved it. Video was so inspirational. I'm pulling it up right now. If you have not seen it, please go watch this video. I watched it like 3-4 times already. It's Lil Dicky. It's called Freaky Friday. So if you haven't seen that, very creative. It's something it's more lighthearted. And this is what we need. People actually really have lyrics, and they're doing something besides having gangster rap. So I think that you should check it out. That I really liked. I liked it a lot.
I saw that.
Love and Hip Hop Atlanta is out again.
Oh, yeah, that's right. The debut was a few days ago.
Yep, Erica Mena is going down to the ATL. So there's a lot of drama.
She's traveling to be famous.
Wow, wow.
Sit your ass. Yeah.
Wow.
Do something else. Cook. Make some pies or be a housewife. Well, stop running for the drama.
No, she got bread.
Well,
bread from where? Bakery?
I don't know. Go do something with your money. Something.
yeah, so it's out. And also Rashida, apparently her husband is going to confess and say that he is the baby daddy of the other child.
Man, why are you gonna do all that messy stuff? You're gonna go on there.
Right on TV.
Because what happens is you get sucked into that notoriety. You get sucked into being famous, and then you'll do anything you have to do to be famous and continue to be famous. Even if you have to jeopardize your personality, you will still do that just to be famous every day, just so the cameras can follow you. And you know what?
Selling out, man.
And and once the show is over, then you just basically everybody's gonna look at you like a meatball.
Yep, and it's unfortunate. This story has been playing out for years with him stepping out on her. But that's just one of the storylines, so we'll get to see it. Of course, Nene's on there, and there was some almost fights going on as usual. I don't know, people are entertained with this, and it continues on every year, new seasons. I did like Love and Hip Hop Miami, but I think I'll tune in a couple episodes and we'll see. But that's something new.
But do you think it's reality, or do you think they just make them do that stuff?
Everything. I mean, it's all made up now. That's the one.
They script a lot of it, I believe.
90% of everything is scripted. Even those other reality shows like Porn Stars and all the other True TV.
Yeah, those Black Ink ones.
It's all scripted. Everything.
Yeah, the only other reality show that I wish we didn't have to live in is Trump's reality show, which we call the White House right now.
Yeah. So anyway, I hope this episode was enlightening to everyone. It was fun for us. Don't forget, if you want to call in, the number is 24/7. You can call even if we don't answer. You can call and leave a message. It will get back to you, and you will definitely be on the next episode.
Yeah, but the number is
what's the number?
917-740-9159. That's 917-740-9159. Definitely give us a call.
Yeah, and before we go, I want to make sure that I mention this. March for Our Lives is a gun control protest. It's going to be happening in cities across America. It's going to be on March 24th. Like I said, the government is not doing enough. These kids are standing up. We need to stand with them as parents. So look into it. Please check social media for the local city and where the protests will be going on. Remember, protest in peace. Do your signs.
Yes.
And we all have a voice. Let's be heard. Let's be seen. And just, have support to the people who are going to protest in March.
Yes. Definitely.
Yeah, and make sure that you submit your music. Because we're going to be doing some more of your music reviews. I can't wait to hear your great music. And remember, don't be sensitive. If you send it in, we're going to give you honest reviews. So I'm at Isis of Sound on Instagram. You can find me at Isis of Sound. That's ISISOFSOUND. And then we're going to give it over to Esco Beats.
Yeah, what's up, y'all? Y'all can find me on Instagram at The Real Esco Beats. That's TheRealEscoBeatz. And in my bio, you could definitely find us at www.dofatchat.com. All right?
Yep. Thank you so much for tuning in. And we hope to do more and hear more from you.
You're now listening to the #1 podcast on the planet. So Fat Chat Podcast. You are now listening to So Fat Chat Podcast.